What is this? Where am I?
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is Judge Judy.
Order, order! Today's case, David Streeter versus the universe. Streeter, you have just died. And we are today in a divine moral court to determine whether you will enter heaven or hell. This is the all-knowing court. We will begin.
What did I do? What happened?
Well, you are on trial for accepting the deal with Elvin and the sheer amount of pain that you have caused. We're judging your case from a consequentialist point of view, where only one thing matters: the outcome. So if your actions cause more harm than good, then you're not getting sunshine and rainbows. You're getting loud screams. Prosecutor, open the floor.
Thank you, Your Honor. So consequentialism, it teaches us that the morality of an action is based solely on its consequences. If it creates the greatest amount of happiness, then it's right. And if it creates the greatest amount of suffering, then it's wrong. So David Streeter's choice to make a deal with Elvin, it increased suffering on a massive scale. His family prospered, but Tom Goodhue's family was destroyed. Streeter's actions did not maximize happiness, it poisoned it. The inherent quality of his act doesn't matter. The result does, and that result was tragic. Thank you.
Nicely put. Defense, your halo's looking a little crooked. Fix it with an opening.
Your Honor, the prosecutor forgets something essential. Streeter was misled. Elvin deceived him by promising a balance of happiness and suffering. Streeter was told that no new pain would be created and that the total amount of happiness and suffering in the world would stay equal.
Who are you? I'm your defense lawyer. Don't worry.
He believed that the deal was fair, that his suffering would simply shift, not multiply. He didn't choose destruction, he was tricked into it. We'll show that he acted on false information and couldn't predict the devastating consequences that followed.
So one side says he wrecked humanity, and the other side says that he got catfished by the devil? Let's get to the meat.
Alright, so let's start with the outcomes. Streeter's life after the deal was perfect. Cancer gone, marriage healed, children successful. But Tom's family, Your Honor, their suffering was immense. It was multiplied beyond belief. Yeah. So, just to state out a few of the things caused by Streeter. Tom's wife developed cancer and died within 6 months. His son Carl had a heart attack, suffered brain damage, and later choked to death. His youngest son, Jake, murdered his wife. His daughter lost her husband to a drunk driver, lost her teeth, and gave birth to a stillborn baby. For one man's comfort, an entire family fell apart and died. That's not moral gain. It's moral bankruptcy. The net suffering increased astronomically.
Your Honor, that is exactly why consequentialism is unreliable. It judges actions by results that nobody could predict. My defendant didn't know. Right? Yeah, how are we gonna do that? Sorry, where was I? Streeter didn't know that these things would happen. He didn't plan them. He couldn't foresee the chain of tragedy unless he had supernatural powers. Consequentialism punishes people for outcomes that they couldn't have known. That's obviously unfair.
You're saying it's like blaming a weather forecaster for a hurricane? Fair enough. Prosecution, do you have anything you would like to add?
Yes, Your Honor. My client has something he would like to say.
Your Honor, I watched my family collapse piece by piece, while his life blossomed like a flower. Whether he meant it or not, my husband paid the bills for his miracle.
Tom, sorry, Your Honor.
Please proceed.
Tom, the truth is, I believe no new suffering would be created, and I need it.
Alright. But he did make that conscious decision. He knew someone had to suffer in his place, and he chose Tom.
Fine. Let's see the moment. Roll the flashback. From the top!
I suppose you have to do the dirty if it is to be lifted from you.
I see.
Who do you hate, David?
I suppose I hate Tom right here.
But remember what Elvin said, that it would balance out. Streeter believed Tom would simply take on a portion of his bad luck, not such horrible destruction. Elvin manipulated his desperation. Streeter thought that he was saving his life without creating suffering to such an extent for somebody else. That deception matters.
Manipulation by the devil? You people really know how to pick good business partners.
Dave, when you said my name, do you understand someone else would bear the dirty?
Tom, I understood a transfer, not an explosion. Balance. That word mattered.
Mr. Goodhue, did Streeter ever speak to you with hatred before this?
No, that's what burns. In all the years I've known Streeter, he never brought up once that he had hatred for me. I thought we were best friends.
Power in the court, gentlemen! Both of you guys are deceased, so sit it! This is not a seance. This is like a Bouvier seminar. Not some kind of 6th or 7th grade debate about who stole the word processor of the gods. Prosecutor, would you like anything to add?
Your Honor, I'm sorry for my client's immature behavior. I would like to mention that intentions don't change consequences. Under consequentialism, only outcomes matter. Even if Streeter didn't intend to kill Tom's entire family, the result remains the same. He gained while others suffered.
But intentions do reveal responsibilities. Your Honor, Streeter wasn't trying to destroy any lives. He was trying to save his own because he had cancer. He thought that no new pain would be created, that there would be a balance. He is less responsible because he acted under deception. And let me be clear, Streeter didn't directly kill anyone. Elvin was the one who carried out the harm. Streeter was indirectly responsible.
Indirect? Maybe, but not invisible. I get your point. Devil does the dirty work, human signs the receipt.
If intention counts for anything, mine was to live, not to bury Tom's family.
Indirect or not, his actions show awareness. When Elvin asked for something personal from Tom, Streeter could have chosen anything. A coin, a picture frame, anything harmless. But he decided to take Tom's blood pressure pills.
Okay, I see your point. Show us the flashback.
Perfect. Tom's blood pressure pills. Elwood will love this.
How did you get that?
As you can see, Streeter knew exactly what he was taking, something vital to Tom's health. That shows intent. He may not have killed Tom directly, but he consciously took something critical to him.
But that's not proof of intent to harm. Streeter thought that it was a symbolic token, not a weapon of destruction. He didn't think that Elvin would use it to cause so much harm. And again, he was deceived. The moral blame lies with Elvin, who knew what would follow.
So we've got human ignorance, devil deception, and missing medication? Sounds like a regular Tuesday on Earth. Counsel, we return to our frame. Consequences, not wishes, not apologies, results. Prosecution, what do you have to say?
Thank you, Your Honor. So, as we all know, consequentialism is about numbers, not excuses. Even if Streeter didn't know the outcome, the end result was still more pain than happiness. That's the test, and he failed it. While Streeter's family might have thrived, Tom's family suffered terribly. In total, the world became a much darker place because of Streeter's decision.
And either way, we don't even know if every tragedy was a direct result of the deal. Some may have been purely coincidence. Streeter talked to a strange man at the airport, then he got lucky, and Tom got unlucky. That doesn't show causation beyond doubt.
But the pattern is undeniable. Tom's life, every single bit of it, it just fell apart the moment that Streeter's improved. Coincidence doesn't cover that much misery. Consequently, the outcome is still a moral failure.
If you call it failure, call it blind failure. I didn't see the line until after it was crossed.
Blind or not, you walked in, and we fell.
Even with consequentialism, we have to consider all of the effects. Streeter's survival may have actually brought more good to the world. Streeter's son became a successful video game maker that entertained millions of people, and Streeter's daughter became a successful journalist that informed the public. This partially offsets the harm caused to Tom's family.
But that doesn't just erase what happened. A few video games can't outweigh multiple deaths. The net suffering still outweighs the happiness.
Still, Streeter couldn't have predicted it. If he were able to go back in time, knowing what he knows now, he would definitely change it. He made the decision thinking that it would lead to more happiness, not less.
Your Honor, I never wanted this. I just wanted to live. I thought it would all balance out.
And that's the tragedy of it. Thinking you're fixing your own life while damaging someone else's? I think it's about time we wrap this thing up. Well, that was dramatic enough. Let's get this renewed for another season. Here's my ruling. Under consequentialism, Streeter's actions failed the test. The suffering outweighed the happiness. Although he was manipulated by Elvid, we can agree that he's not purely evil. There is no excuse for the consequences that took place. David Streeter, you have been found guilty as you have caused much more harm to the world than good. And for taking this deal with the devil, you will be sentenced to eternal time with Naz in the depths of hell. There you will spend the rest of your existence answering his complaints in the inferno of fire, otherwise known as P134. Court adjourned. Someone get me some cookies, peanut butter, or maybe ginger snaps, but also the shortbreads. I like cookies.